What's going on, guys? Philip from Dominion Markets here. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, we'll talk about placing and managing your trades on the Dominion Markets MT5 terminal. Now, in the previous video, or one of the previous videos we've done, we spoke about the spread, how it can affect your trades, and how we should look to understand the spread. So if you guys do not fully understand the spread, please go check out the previous video especially before you dive into live trading, putting your hard-earned money on the line. We really expect you guys to fully understand, or you rather should fully understand anything you want to invest your money in. Okay, so if you do understand the spread, let's dive into this video. And before we get started, please make sure to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel and also click that bell icon to get notifications of whenever we release new videos. All right, so let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at placing trades. Now, we'll be specifically focusing on manual entries here. There are things like buy stops and sell stops and buy limits and sell limits, but we'll be looking specifically at manual entries, taking a trade as the market moves, and we'll be looking also at managing current active trades, whether it be closing it via stop loss, or rather moving your stop loss to certain areas, or moving your take profits to certain areas with ease, and also the different ways we can close our trades, whether it be partial closes as well. Okay, so looking here at Euro USD, let's say, for example, I have identified a support zone right over here. All right, so we can see the market is sitting roughly on a support zone right now. Again, let's say, for example, we want to take a trade to the upside, and I think that if the market comes down below this low, my trade has been invalidated and I'm no longer interested in being in this trade. That's also a good way to look to place your stop loss, in my opinion, what I tend to look for. If I take a trade, if I think the trade will move beyond a certain place, my stop loss is not just there for me to prove, or rather to take me out at a small loss, but it's also there for me to prove when the market reaches that area, my trade has been made invalid. Okay, so this is where I want to look to take a trade. So there are a couple of ways we can do this. We can either do this a little bit of a longer way. So if I right click, we can see we can head over to trading and I can place a new order, or I can press F9 on my keyboard to take a trade as well. But a better way, in my opinion, is to use one-click trading, and the best way we can do that is either to press Alt-Tab on your keyboard, or either right-click and we select one-click trading right over here. Now, if you have not done this yet, you will get prompted with a terms and conditions. Just make sure you read through that to fully understand the risk of the trading as well, and the risk of one-click trading as well. But once you've done that, you'll get presented with this little trade execution box. We can see there's our sell button and there's our buy button. Okay, and we can see there's our lot sizes. This can be easily be adjusted to however big you want to take a trade, whether it be 100 lots all the way down to 0.01 lots. For this example, we'll just take a nice little small trade as well. So let's do a 0.03 lot trade over there. So I entered my lot size. We had a nice candle close in my favor, nice engulfing candle close. We'll take a buy position right over there, and that's it. Right, so now we want to figure out, okay, where do I want to put my stop loss? So remember, guys, I mentioned that I think if the market goes below the zone right over here, that's where I believe my trade will be proven invalid. So I'm going to want to put my stop loss there. Now, a way some people do it is they head over to the trading terminal, they right-click on the trade, and then they modify the trade, which can take a little bit longer, right? So, especially if you're scalping, you'll make sure you get your position quick and manage your position quickly, right? So I don't want to just go over to modify, and then enter the numbers. That can take a little bit of a while, and the market can already move or move against my favor or move way past the area where I wanted to close it. Okay, so the easiest way we can do is if we hover over our entry position, you guys can see right there, it says drag to modify. So I'm going to click on that trade and pull my trade to the downside, pull it to my zone. We can see there far to the left. Currently, I'll be risking $2.13, and my risk is currently 71 points, which is roughly just over roughly just over 7 pips. Right. So if I release it there, let's get rid of this line as well. We can see my stop loss has been placed. Also down below my trading terminal, we can see the stop loss price where I'll get closed if the market reaches that zone. Now let's have a look to see where I can put my take profit. Now obviously there's a bit of a resistance coming up. So let's say, for example, my take profit will be over there. Again, you can either edit it by going to modify and entering it there, which is a little bit of a long way. But the easiest way to do it is just to hover over it. Again, we can see drag to modify. I'll click and drag it over to my potential target. We can see right there that it shows I'll make a profit of $3.45, and my take profit is 115 points or just over 10 pips. Okay, so if I release it, I can now see my take profit's been placed and we're good to go. Now, how do I partially close a trade if you guys don't have magic keys, which is probably one of the best trading tools out there? But if you guys do not yet have magic keys, we can actually partially close our trade over here. So how do we do that? All right, so head over back to our trading terminal. We go back to modifying our trade. So we see there's our trade currently running. We right click on that and we head over to modify or delete. Okay, so modify position. I'm going to go market execution right over here. So I'm going to click on market execution. If it's on modify position, that means I can move my stop loss either by entering the value of the current market that I want to put it to, or the pip value or point value rather, where I want the stop loss to be placed. If I want to do a partial close or close the position, I need to head over to market execution. Okay, so we can see there's our trade currently sitting with a volume of 0.03, and I can see the market slowly starting to head into my not into my favor. So let's say, for example, I want to close partials to eliminate risk, or let's say the trade has gone into my favor and I want to close partials to, start taking some profits out of the market. I will need to enter the volume I want to trade. So let's select this. Let's say I want to close a third of my trade, so I'm going to head over and put in 0.01 lots. So there's a third of my trade going to be closed, and I need to go ahead here and click close. So if I click that, we can see now we currently only have 0.02 lots open. If I head over to my history and look at my trading history right over here, I can see right there is 0.01 lots out of 0.03 lots have been closed in this position. You can see we closed a very, very small little loss over there, and we have now successfully managed our trade. Okay, now if the market starts to run into our favor, obviously it's not doing so at that right now, but let's say, for example, I want to see, okay, let me lessen my risk. I don't want to risk this much anymore. I can easily just click and drag my stop loss to try and minimize my risk as much as possible, right? So I can see on the 1 minute time frame, and obviously it doesn't really matter what time frame you trade on, as long as you're able to follow your rules and you can be consistent in the market, that's great. But let's say, for example, I believe that because the way this candle closed, let's zoom in a little bit, because the way this candle over here closed, if the market goes past that, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. Or if, let's say, the market goes past this consolidation, I don't want to be in there anymore. So I can move my stop loss either to one of these areas to try and minimize risk. Okay, now unfortunately we can't place partial take profits. That's why we believe that Magic Keys is a very handy tool. Or again, if you don't have it, you can do partial closes simply by the same way that I just showed you guys earlier. So nice, quick, very easy way to manage your trades, place your trades, and customize your lot size. Now, please bear in mind that this is going to be now the preset lot size. Your preset lot size will be the previous lot you traded. So for example, if I took a trade of 0.03 lots, the next trade will be default 0.03 lots. So please make sure every time before you take a trade, you adjust your lot size accordingly to your risk and to your stop loss and to your strategy, guys. But again, thank you very much for watching. If you guys did find this video helpful, please do smash the like button. If you have any feedback for us, please do leave us a comment down below. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment as well, or feel free to email our friendly support team at support@dominionmarkets.com, or you can hop onto a live chat. We'll be happy to help you out there as well. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, trade safe, take care.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.